Hello everyone, I'm back with my next video on sample paper 2. This is for class 10. This is on the latest pattern of 2022-23. This is a solved paper. In the beginning you will find the question paper. At the end there is solution. So if you want to start, you can start answering as I read. And then you can see where you stand. All the best. Let us quickly read the instructions. We all know this paper, the maximum marks is 80. Time allowed is 3 hours. 15-minute prior reading time is allotted. That is for the question paper reading. The question paper contains 3 sections: reading, grammar and writing, and literature. We have to attempt questions based on specific instructions given in each part. So it is very important for us to read every question very clearly. Let us start with section A. This is the reading section. Question 1. Read the text carefully and answer the questions. Nature is our mother, our first teacher. The greatest lesson that she teaches us is to maintain an equilibrium in life. We learn to maintain composure through our joys, sorrows and fears. In fact, there are 1,000 lessons that nature can teach us, provided we look for them. With time, a sapling grows into a full-grown tree. Something so tiny and delicate develops into a strong tree capable of supporting others. No matter how tall it grows, how much it may flourish, or how many animals and birds it may support, its roots are firmly buried from where it once rose. That's a lesson to keep ourselves grounded, respect and embrace our roots, and give something back to those humble beginnings that nurtured us into the person that we are. Then there is the message of peaceful coexistence. I am because we are. Nature provides every creature a chance to exist. However, the existence of one creature or being depends on existence of the other. The tiger eats the antelope. Without the antelope, the tiger wouldn't survive. Likewise, without tigers, the overabundance of antelopes would cause them to starve to death. I wonder if you have noticed that when birds or squirrels see a predator, they give out an alarm call to their fellow creatures of the lurking danger. They put themselves in danger to save the lives of others. Many animals like the salmon usually die after they spawn, but this doesn't stop them. One life extinguished for the betterment of others is a small price to pay. The snow melts in the warmth of spring to give birth to fresh green leaves. In autumn, these leaves age into shades of gold, only to be buried in the cold grave of winter. Change is inevitable. The sooner we embrace this, the better it is for us. We must also understand that even in pear, there is growth. If you cut a hole in the tree, it will grow around it. No matter what may come in its way, a river will continue to flow. Similarly, no matter what grief may break your heart, nature teaches that life goes on. Keep in mind, life isn't about making lists and trying to be one step ahead of others. Life is to live. Take a break. Stop being a workaholic and smell the roses. Do whatever makes you feel happy. And most of all, spend some time with nature to pick up invaluable lessons. Such a wonderful paragraph this was. Let us quickly look at the questions. Answer the following questions. Number 1. According to the author, What is the greatest lesson being taught by nature? Number 2. What does I am because of we are conveys? Number 3. List one quality that the birds and the squirrels display when they warn others of possible danger. Number 4. Select the option with the underlined words that can substitute the word lurking in one phrase, and this is from paragraph 4. Option A. The policeman pulled up the person who was wandering aimlessly through the city. B. The thief knew that remaining hidden was the best strategy to avoid being caught. C part. The policeman was caught on camera while pouncing with force to grab the fleeing culprit. D part. The thief was walking boldly into the house thinking it was devoid of residents. Question 5. A portmanteau words like smog, that is smoke plus fog, is a blend of words in which parts of multiple words are combined into a new word. From the options given below, select a portmanteau word that appears in paragraph 6. Option A, coexistence. Option B, workaholic. Option C, full grown. Option D, flourish. Question 6. Select the qualities from paragraph 3 that author wants us to imbibe, being option 1, acceptive, 2, passionate, 3, emotional, 4, resilient, 5, perceptive. The answers that you have to choose are from these. A part, that is option 2, 4 and 5. B part, option 1, 3 and 4. Option C part, option 1, 4 and 5. And D part, option 3, 4 and 5. Question 7. The change of season in the passage is an example of the fact that nothing lasts forever. Is it true or false? Question 8. What does the writer advise in paragraph 6? Question 9. Complete the given analogy correctly with a word from the passage. If survive is to vanished, then what will be the word that will be an analogy of strong? Question 10. It is good to be dash but never overindulge yourself into work. Question 2. Read the text carefully and answer the questions. The northeast of India is a melting pot of variegated cultural mosaic of people and races and ethnic tapestry of many hues and shades. Yet, these states are lesser explored as compared to the rest of the country. The new generations of travelers who are money rich and time poor are increasingly looking for unique experiences, a phenomenon being called the emergence of the experience economy. For this new and growing breed of tourists, the Northeast with its variety and uniqueness holds immense attraction. A study conducted in 2020 by Dr. Sherab Bhutia revealed that the foreign tourist arrival in the Northeast increased from 37,380 persons in 2005 to 1,18,552 in 2014. The overall growth rate of tourists, both domestic and foreign, in Northeast was as high as 26.44% during 2005-2006. A high and positive growth of 12.53% was registered in foreign tourist visits to Northeast states of India during 2012 and 11. From 11, which further rose to register a growth of 27.93% during 2013 from 2012. Foreign tourist arrivals in Northeast witnessed a growth of 39.77% during 2014 from 2013, according to data provided from Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. The study recommendations for tourism planners includes the need to concentrate on some key areas like enhancement of tourist facilities, tourism financing, focus on community involvement, and others for the formulation of a sustainable tourism strategy in northeast states of India. Now this was the passage. Let's start with the questions. Number 1. Infer one reason for the following based on information in paragraph 1. The rate of tourism in northeast of India puzzles tourism officials. Number 2. Select the appropriate option to fill in the blanks. From paragraph 1, we can infer that the dash and the dash of northeastern states aid attracting the money-rich and time-poor tourists. The 4 options are distinctiveness, conventionality, diversity, uniformity, and modernity. So now you have to choose which answers are correct. A part 1 and 3, B part 2 and 4, C part 2 and 5, D part 1 and 4. Question 3. Complete the following analogy correctly with the word phrase from paragraph 1. If aroma is to cooking, then dash is to painting. Clue, just like aroma is integral to cooking. Aroma means the smell of the food, the good smell that comes out when you're cooking. Similarly, dash is or are integral to painting. Number 4, question 4. Select the correct option to complete the following sentence. Travelers advocating the experience economy seek a holiday package with, and that is paragraph 1. From there you have to choose. A part, grand facilities, expensive hotels, and excellent services to pamper them. B part, a wholesome experience within the budget they have planned for. C part, places and sites to buy things from and opportunities spent money. D part, cost-effective services, affordable accommodation, and many days of touring. Option 5. Select the chart that appropriately represents the trend of foreign tourist travels in Northeast from 2011 to 2014 as per paragraph 2. And you have 4 graphs. You have to choose whether option 1 is correct, 2 is correct, 3 is correct, or 4 is correct. Question 6. Fill in the blanks by selecting the correct option. The study of tourist travel statistics in the Northeast from 2005 to 2014 showed dash results. Number A, option A, expected. Option B, encouraging. Option C, inconsistent. Option D, questionable. Question 7. Substitute the word witnessed with one word similar in meaning in the following sentences from paragraph 2. Foreign tourist arrivals in Northeast witnessed a growth of. Question 8. List any 2 examples of tourist facilities as referred to in paragraph 3. Question 9. List one reason why the researchers recommend that formulation of a tourism strategy in northeastern states of India be sustainable. Question 10. Select the option that titles paragraph 1 to 3 appropriately with reference to information in the text. Option A, number 1, full speed ahead. 2, ups and downs. 3, cause for concern. B part, winds of change. Number 2, numbers don't lie. 3, time for action. C part, first is inspecting trends. Statistically speaking. Third is let's investigate. And D part is number 1, cause and effect. Number 2, dynamic data. Number 3, dependable facts. Now let us start with section B, that is the grammar section. Question 3. Fill in the blanks by choosing the correct option to complete the following. The mother asked the fighting siblings, "Why don't you two dash? You are always arguing." Options are A part, get around. B part, get away. C part, get at. D part, get along. Question 4. Read the conversation and complete the sentence by reporting the reply correctly. So this is in reported speech you have to write. The dialogues are: Liz, hey Mike, good to see you. Mike says, hi Liz, I haven't seen you since June. Liz greeted Mike when they met accidentally and said it was good to see him. Mike greeted back and replied that dash. Question 5. Fill in the blanks by choosing the correct option to complete the concluding line of a motivational speech. If you dream it, you dash do it. A part, will. B part, can. C part, may. D part, need. Question 6. Identify the error in the given sentence from a school magazine, report and supply the correction. Some students tend to experience episodes of anxiety and sleeplessness and even nervous breakdowns. Use the given format for your response. So you have to find the error and then write the correction. Question 7. The injured dash to the ambulance while the people dash around the crime scene. The options are: have been taken, gathered, were taken, would gather, were being taken, were gathering. D part, have been taken, gather. Question 8. Fill in the blanks by using the correct form of the word in the bracket for the given portion of a letter. I therefore request you to dash a letter of recommendation for these students to be nominated for Serving Citizens Award organized by the local municipal corporation. Question 9. Read the conversation and complete the sentence by reporting the reply correctly. Mike, I haven't seen you since June. Liz, I have just come back from my holiday in Ireland. Mike said that he had not seen Liz since June. Liz explained dash. Question 10. Identify the error and supply the correction for the following. This is from Mumbai. This is a headline: High Life Exhibition, the final fashion showcase of the season. So you have to find the error and then write the correction. Question 11. The mayor of the city visited our locality where the irate residents posed a few questions to him. Report the residents' inquiry. Are you going to have our roads repaired, Mayor? Question 12. Fill in the blanks by choosing the correct option to complete a slogan for a road safety campaign. Fast drive dash be last drive. A part, would. B part, may. C part, should. D part, could. Question 13. He said to the interviewer, could you please repeat the question? The answers are, you have to choose the correct option. A part, he requested the interviewer if he could please repeat the question. B part, he requested the interviewer if he could repeat the question. C part, he requested the interviewer to repeat the question. D part, he requested the interviewer to please repeat the question. Question 14. Identify the error in the given sentence from a science magazine report and supply the correction. Knowing how to do this could be helpful in the future if an asteroid heads towards Earth. So you have to write the error and the correction. Section B. This is the creative writing skills section. Question 15. You are Sudhir Sweety of 3B DDA Flats, Punjabi Park, Delhi. You noticed while traveling in the metro that in spite of strict vigilance, people try to deface the metro trains and stations. Write a letter to the editor of an evening newspaper suggesting DMRC Delhi to start some awareness programs at school level in coordination with the Directorate of Education, explaining how such programs may help in bringing a positive change in people's attitude. Or you are Miss Monica Pundir, the sports instructor in Army Public School, Agra, the principal asks you to place an order for buying the necessary sports equipments required for the school. You came across the following discount offer on sports equipment. You decide to place an order with Messrs. Sethi Sports Jalandhar. Write a letter placing an order for the same. Question 16. This is based on analytical paragraph. Let's see the question and then you can do the graph reading. The line graph shows thefts per 1,000 vehicles in 4 countries between 1990 to 1999. Write an analytical paragraph within 150 to 200 words. Or the given line graph shows the trend of Western wear among the youth in 2 decades. Summarize the given information. Section C is the literature section. Question 17. Read the text carefully and answer the questions. We, who were outlaws not so long before, have today been given the rare privilege to be the host to the nations of the world on our own soil. We thank all of our distinguished international guests for having come to take possession with the people of our country of what is, after all, a common victory for justice, for peace, for human dignity. Question 1. Why are the guests at spectacular ceremony being called distinguished? Question 2. It is the victory for human dignity. Pick the options that list the correct answer for what human dignity would include. The options are A. Equality, liberty, indecency. B part, liberty, indecency, self-respect. C part, immorality, self-respect and equality. D part, equality, liberty, and self-respect. Question 3. To be the host to the nations of the world on their own soil was a dash. Question 4. How do you think the speaker feels? Choose the option that best fits in his state of mind. A part, emotional, elated, unmindful. B part, elated, unmindful, overwhelmed. C part, overwhelmed, elated, honored. D part, elated, honored, unmindful. Question 5. Pick the options that showcases the usage of host as in the extract. A part, he was praised for his hospitality as the host of the party. B part, she was able to host the event without any hindrance. C part, she met the host and apologized for her friend's misbehavior. D part, he is the best host that one can ever come across. Or we can do this question. Let us see the text. However, during the 3rd lesson, he had finally had enough. And Frank, as punishment for talking in class, write an essay entitled Quack, 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 said Mistress Chatterbox. The class roared. I had to laugh too, though I'd nearly exhausted my ingenuity on the topic of chatterboxes. It was time to come up with something else, something original. My friend Sane, who's good at poetry, offered to help me write the essay from the beginning to end in verse, and I jumped for joy. Mr. Keesing was trying to play a joke on me with this ridiculous subject, but I'd make sure the joke was on him. So the questions are, number 1, Anne's friend helped her to write the essay in A part, paragraph. B, verse. C, dialogues. D, other languages. Question 2. Who was trying to play joke on Anne? A part, Sane. B part, Anne's sister. C part, Mr. Keesing. D part, none of these. Question 3. The word dash from the extract means ability or creativity. Question 4. Why was Anne punished? Question 5. Why did the whole class roar with laughter? The options are because Anne was making funny faces, B part because Anne had cracked a joke, C part because the topic of the essay given to Anne was funny, D part because Anne was being absurd. Question 18. Read the extract carefully and answer the questions. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Question 1. Both dash can be the cause of world's destruction. Number 2. According to the poet, fire refers to dash, that is A part violent desires, B passions, C jealousy, D all of these. Question 3. What does ice symbolize? A part indifference, B part love, C part sympathy, D part passions. Question 4. What message does the poet want to convey through the poem? A part, everything is transitory. B part, life is unpredictable. C part, death is inevitable. D part, both, everything is transitory and death is inevitable. So that is both A and C. Question 5. The poet would favor the ones who say that the fire would be the cause of destruction because he is dash. This optional question is read the text carefully and answer the questions. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. Question 1. Complete the sentence appropriately. Enjambment is a poetic device wherein a line continues without any punctuation mark. In this stanza, line dash continues to line dash. Question 2. Which word in the stanza means looks intently? A part patrolling, B part stares, C part brilliant, D part hears. Question 3. Which are the rhyming words in this stanza? A part stars and eyes, B part night and cars, C part cars and eyes, D part stars and cars. Question 4. What sound does the tiger hear at night? Question 5. How do his eyes look? A part brilliant, B part dull, C part weak, D part strong. Question 19. Answer any 4 of the following in about 40 to 50 words each. Question 1. Why was Kisa Gautami sad? What did she do in her hour of grief? Question 2. Change never comes easy. Justify the quote in the context of the poem, The Trees. Question 3. Wali didn't like the way adults treated her during her bus journey. Describe how you would feel and react if you were to find yourself in a similar situation. Question 4. Money is external. What does the poet mean by this expression? Question 5. What was the point of controversy between Lomov and Natalia about the oxen meadows? Question 20. Answer any 2 of the following in about 40 to 50 words each. Number 1. Why is Mrs. Pumphrey worried about Tricky? Number 2. How did Max enter the room? Why did he tell this to Osable? Question 3. Why did Viceroy butterflies copy monarchs in the lesson The Making of a Scientist? What was the similarity between them? Question 21. Answer any one of the following in about 100 to 120 words. The tiger in the zoo is pacing back and forth in his enclosure, restless and frustrated. He sees Mandela in the next cage over and they make eye contact. The man is old and tired, but there is a fire in his eyes. They begin to speak to each other, never giving up hope. You may begin like this. The tiger says, I was born wild, free, but I was captured and put in this zoo. I long to be free again, to roam the forests and plains. Mandela replies. Question 2. Read the quote given below carefully. Based on your understanding of the poem, explain how and why this quote can be applied to the poem. All grown-ups were once children, but only a few of them remember it. Question 22. Answer any one of the following in about 100 to 120 words. Number 1. Should girls be aware of their rights and assert them? Should girls and boys have the same rights, duties and privileges? What are some of the ways in which society treats them differently? When we speak of human rights, do we differentiate between girls' rights and boys' rights? Justify your answer based on your reading the lesson Bholi. Question 2. Your teacher conducted a turntables in class and asked you to put forth your views on frugality in life is the ideal way to live. Write the debate script with points to supplement your stand both for and against the motion and conclude with your own views. Answer in the context of the lesson The Necklace. Let us now start answering. This is the solved part. If you have already solved, it's the best time. Sit with your pen, check your answers and see how you have done. So the reading section answers. Question 1. The answer is, according to the author, the greatest lesson taught by nature is to maintain emotional equilibrium in our life by keeping composure through vivid emotions. Answer 2. The given phrase conveys that everyone is dependent on each other. Question 3. The birds and squirrels display selfless assistance to others when they warn them of possible danger. Question 4. A part is the answer. The thief knew that remaining hidden was the best strategy to avoid being caught. This is because the meaning of the term lurking is hidden. So the answer is B part. Number 5, B part. Workaholic is the word. So this is because of the two words that we joined together. Work plus alcoholic. Answer 6 is C part 1, 4 and 5. The explanation is that paragraph 3 wants us to accept the coexistence of creatures for benefit to oneself. It wants us to be resilient and perceptive of the fact and that a creature requires to be dependent on the other for its survival. So this was the correct answer. Answer 7 is true. Answer 8. In paragraph 6, the writer advises to take a break from our busy schedule and live it to fullest. He also advises us to spend some time with nature. Answer 9, delicate. Answer 10, workaholic. Reading section 2, answers are, number 1, this is so because these states are lesser explored as compared to the rest of the country in spite of having lots to offer. Answer 2, A part, that is 1 and 3 are correct. Answer 3, hues and shades. Answer 4, B part, a wholesome experience within the budget they have planned for. Answer 5, it is again the option 2 is correct. Answer 6, B part, encouraging. Answer 7, observed, recorded, showed, displayed. Any similar or relevant answers can be marked as correct. Answer 8, accommodation, hotels, hostels, camps, etc. Recreation places are parks and gardens, museums, shopping areas. Essential areas are eating outlets, toilets, water points, kiosks for maps, currency exchange, anything regarding that. Transport is dedicated to shuttle service, sightseeing buses, cards or passes, car hiring stations. Digital upgrade is Wi-Fi availability, websites, ticketing, forums, any other relevant answer. Answer 9. To create socio-economic benefits for local community and to reduce the negative impacts caused on the destinations. So any relevant answer can be marked as correct. Answer 10, B part, winds of change, numbers don't lie, and time for action. Grammar part, answer 3 is D part, get along. That is to have good relationship. Answer 4, he had not seen her since June. Answer 5, B part, can. Answer 6, the incorrect word is tends, correct word is tend. Answer 7, C part, were being taken and were gathering. Answer 8, issue. Answer 9, that she had just come back from her holiday in Ireland. Answer 10, error is finer and the word should be finest. Answer 11, the residents asked the mayor if he was going to have their roads repaired. Answer 12, D part, could. Answer 13, C part, he requested the interviewer to repeat the question. Answer 14, heads is wrong, heading is correct. Section B, creative writing skills. Let us see the first one, that is the letter which has to be written to the DMRC Delhi. So in the beginning we write the sender's address that was provided. So it is written here. After leaving one line blank we write the date. Again after leaving one line blank we write the receiver's address. That is to be written to the evening newspaper, the editor, Samachar Times. This I have just named it. You can also give some other name. PO Box number 1111. This is all made up. And New Delhi 110010. We give the pin code. Subject, awareness to keep metro clean. Sir, I would like to thank the DMRC Delhi for providing the citizens of Delhi with so much ease in commuting. I frequently use the metro and find it very convenient, safe and time-saving. It is a gift to the citizens of Delhi. Second paragraph. While traveling, I have noticed that though there is strict vigilance, still people deface the metro trains and stations. The tendency of people to deface public property causes lots of problems. They think that it is not their work to maintain the cleanliness around the public property like metro. The commuters must follow civic behavior rules of decency, cleanliness, etc. Last paragraph, this is the concluding paragraph. I feel that if the DMRC collaborates with the Directorate of Education and runs awareness programs in schools, we would be able to cover a wide spectrum of people and spread the message. People found breaking rules should be charged with penalty. It would be great service to the city if you address or publish this issue in your daily. Yours truly or sincerely, Sweetie. Now this is the second letter. This is an optional one. You have to do any one of them. This is of placing order. Let us quickly go through it, how I have done it. And yes, obviously you can add your own points, your own phrases. You can make it even better by your vocabulary skills. This is just a sample to help you. So let us see, the sender's address is already there. Army Public School, Agra. Then after leaving one line, we write the date. After leaving one line, the manager, Messrs. Sethi Sports, Rainak Bazaar, Jalandhar. Subject, placing order of sports equipments for school. Sir, through this letter, the sports committee of our school has approved of certain items of sport materials manufactured by you. The list of particulars are as follows. Number 1, hockey sticks 15. Number 2, tennis racket 20. Number 3, cricket rackets, cricket kits 20. And you can make a table of this with the serial number, the name of the item and the quantity, or you can write like this. Both are correct ways. We request you to give a 15% discount on purchase of the sports equipment and a further 10% discount that is usually granted to the institutional buyers. It goes without saying that you will have to bear the mail and other expenses involved in the dispatch and delivery of equipment. All the items should be in good condition, well bound and packed properly. Any damage to these items during transportation will be your responsibility. Please dispatch the goods at your earliest convenience if our terms and conditions are acceptable to you. Yours sincerely, Monica Pundir, Sports Instructor. Question 16. This is based on analytical paragraph. Number 1 is the line graph compares the number of cars stolen for every 1,000 vehicles in 4 countries from 1990 to 1999. Overall, it can be seen that car thefts were far higher in Bangladesh than in other 3 countries throughout the whole time frame. To begin, car thefts in the UK, France and India followed a fairly similar pattern over the first 5 years, all remaining at between 5 and 10 per thousand. The general trend for France and India was a decline in the number of vehicles stolen over the period, with both at around 6 in 1999. In contrast, the UK experienced an upward trend stating the period at approximately 8 and finishing at just under 15. Interestingly, car thefts in Bangladesh started at 18 per thousand, which far exceeded that of the other countries. It then fluctuated over the next 9 years, reaching a peak of 20 thefts per thousand in 1996 and ending the period slightly lower than where it began at approximately 17 per thousand. So in such questions, if there are topics where you can write the reasons and causes and consequences, it is very, very well acceptable. Otherwise, if you analyze the graph correctly and write the analysis with proper number, percentage and all that, you are given marks for the analysis that you do and you score very well. So in such questions, your analysis and the content, the way you present it, are marked upon. Let us see the next one. The given line graph shows the data of trends in Western wear among the youth in last 2 decades. The preferred clothing is jeans, shorts and dress, and the total number of people is in hundreds. The given data starts in 2008 and shows very less number of people being interested in Western wear. The number stands at less than 100, where the most preferred is jeans and the least preferred is shorts. Jeans sees a good increase in the number of people as it shows a hike and reaches more than 300 and higher towards the next decade. Throughout the first decade, shorts remained least preferred and dwells at less than even 50 and gradually showed an increase towards the beginning of the next decade. The data of shorts is very dramatic and shows a sudden hike or growing interest in people. Dress is the second preferred choice and it also shows a growth in number towards the next decade. In the first decade, it remains at less than 100 but in the end touched 100. The most preferred choice is jeans, which although started with little less than 100 people interested in it, showed a stable growth of interest in the first decade itself. It reached its highest most in the next decade, which also shows a sudden increase in shorts in next decade, almost leveling off with jeans. To conclude the given data, we can say that after 2 decades, both jeans and shorts are the most preferred choices, and even dress seemed to show great momentum and seems to be leveling off with the first 2 most preferred clothes. Let us start with section C, literature section. Answer 17. First one, the guests at spectacular ceremony are called distinguished because they are eminent leaders, world leaders witnessing it. Answer 2 is D part, equality, liberty and self-respect. Answer 3, rare privilege. Answer 4, C part, overwhelmed, elated, honored. Answer 5, B part. She was able to host the event without any hindrance. The optional question and its answers were number 1, B part, verse. Number 2, C part, Mr. Keesing. Third answer is ingenuity. Fourth answer, Anne was punished because she has been talking continuously in the class. Answer 5, C part, because the topic of the essay given to Anne was funny. Next RTC, question 18. Answer 1, both fire and ice. Answer 2, D part, all of these. Answer 3, A part, indifference. Answer 4, D part, both, that is everything is transitory and death is inevitable. Answer 5, aware about the fiery desires, having an experience of desire. The optional questions answer is number 1, line 3 continues to line 4, so that is enjambment. Answer 2, B part, stairs. Answer 3, D part, stars and cars. These are the rhyming words. Answer 4, the tiger hears the sound of the patrolling cars at night. And answer 5, A part, brilliant. Question 19. These are the answers. Answer any 4 of the following in about 40 to 50 words each. Number 1. Kisa Gautami was sad because her only son had died. In her hour of grief, she went from house to house in search of medicine to cure him. She had lost her senses and became selfish in wanting her son back. Then a man suggested her to go to Buddha as he was the only one who could help her. Answer 2. Change never comes easy. But when people come together for a good cause, we can accomplish great things. In the same way, each and every part of the tree rises against the slaughtering of men and wages a long and hard struggle to liberate themselves from the bondage of man. Ultimately, they are victorious. They return to their original home where they should be. Answer 3. Vali showed that she was a self-respecting girl. She did not like anyone instructing her. She politely refused to accept a free drink from the conductor. She also did not like the viewpoint of the elderly lady. Even I would have reacted in the same way and considered myself to be responsible enough. I would have not relished the unpleasant smell that comes from the betel nut the woman was chewing. And you can, even add more points to this. It is your viewpoint. You can give it any way you like. The reasons should be well enough. Answer 4. The poet makes the boy understand his responsibility as the loss is immaterial. He wants the child to learn the epistemology of loss as early as possible. Money is external as it cannot buy memories, nor it can replace the things that we have, that we love, or the things that really matter. Not every loss can be replaced by money. Answer 5. The point of controversy between Lomov and Natalia was the ownership over the oxen meadows. Natalia said that her grandfather and great-grandfather owned the land extended to Burnt Marsh, which meant that oxen meadows were hers. But Lomov argued that his aunt's grandmother had given the free use of the meadows to the peasants of Natalia's grandfather's grandfather for 40 years, in return for which the peasants had to bake bricks for her. Answer 20. The first one, Mrs. Pumphrey is worried about Tricky because it looks like a blotted sausage. It has become very fat. Its tongue is lolling down from its jaws. Its eyes have become red-blooded. It is in a very serious condition. It has become listless and seems to have no energy. Tricky would eat nothing. He refused his favorite dishes, and besides, he had bouts of vomiting. He spent all his time lying on a rug, panting. He didn't want to go for walks, didn't want to do anything. Answer 2. Max had got a pass key, so he entered Ossiple's room through the door. He told this to Sibyl because the latter had fabricated a story that it was the second time in a month that somebody had got into his room through the balcony. Max said that he had no idea about the balcony. Answer 3. Ebright proved through his project that viceroy butterflies copied monarchs because monarchs didn't taste good to birds, but birds liked to eat viceroys. The taste of viceroy butterflies was good to birds. So to save themselves from the birds, viceroys copied monarchs. The similarity between monarchs and viceroy butterflies was their orange and black wing coloration. Answer 21. Answer any one. So we have to do it in 100 to 120 words. Number 1. The tiger says, I was born wild and free. I should be in a jungle hiding in a shadow to hunt for a prey, but I am locked in a concrete cell. My strength is behind bars. I long to be free to roam the forests and plains. Mandela replies, I too was born free, but I have been in this prison for years. I too long to be free again. The tiger says, what is freedom? Mandela replies, freedom is ability to live as we choose, to do as we please, to be free from oppression and tyranny. The tiger says, that sounds like a very difficult thing to achieve. I'm not sure I could ever be truly free. Mandela says, I think it's something we all strive for. It's the reason we fight for justice and equality. It's what gives us strength to keep going even when the odds are against us. The tiger was inspired by Mandela's words and he vowed to never give up hope that one day he would be free again. Now this is conversation between the tiger and Mandela. You can definitely write in your own words in a different way, but the basic thing is talking about freedom and that both of them were behind bars. The second option, it is true. It is truly said that all grown-ups were once children, but only a few of them remember it. Bringing up teenagers is truly challenging and fun. Teens can be rebellious and apparently not headed with a highly independent perspective. In such circumstances, felling at them, nagging them, as done in the poem with Amanda, will only make matters worse. Forcing decisions on them only make them detached, as we see in Amanda's case, where she wishes to be alone as a mermaid, an orphan, or the lonely Rapunzel. Amanda's condition may be witnessed in every child's life. When children are told a long list of do's and don'ts, then they feel targeted. Then they start comparing their own life, that of the grown-ups around them, be it their own parents, teachers, or kinds. They feel like shutting off their mind from the outside world. But they should always remember that whatever the parents or teachers are telling is for their good only. Grown-ups can befriend the children, but to a certain limit. The habits inculcated in children by the parents will help them in their adult life. Question 22's answer. Here again you have to do any one in 100 to 120 words. Number 1, yes, girls should be aware of their rights. It's not just about girls, it's about everyone. Even boys should know their rights. Yes, girls and boys should have equal rights, duties and privileges. Both have been created by God, so we don't have any right to differentiate between them on any grounds. However, our society does differentiate between them on many grounds. Society has delegated distinct roles to girls and boys and they are expected to behave accordingly. Girls are generally dominated by boys. Girls are expected to do household chores and boys are expected to work outside. In the present scenario, girls can be seen working in different fields, but gender discrimination has still not left its roots. Girls are generally not sent to school, neither are they fed well. However, we need to realize that girls form the backbone of a family, so it is very important for them to study and be aware of things. Girls have been the victim of discrimination for a long time, and in many households, the scenario is still the same. Society needs to change in its perspective so that each girl is treated equally. Nature does not discriminate, but society does. From time immemorial, the world has discriminated against the girl child. The chapter Bholi throws up many such instances. Ramlal's sons go to schools and colleges in the city. His daughters are not educated but married off. Her mother does not think it necessary to take Bholi's consent for her marriage. The groom is old and lame. Still he demands dowry. Her father is ready to pay him also. It is the girl herself who raises her voice against this marriage. She is criticized and humiliated for standing up for her dignity, but she is firm and decides the course of her life. This is the last answer. Here we have to write for the motion and against the motion, and this is regarding wastage and wastage of money when it is not required, usage of that, and this is with reference to the chapter The Necklace. You can definitely add your own points. Here this is just a sample for you. You may begin like this for the motion. Being frugal is the quality of a prudent person who is economical in the consumption of resources available to him. These resources can be in any form, be it food, clothes, money, or just about anything. Avoiding wastages of any kind is the greatest virtue of man. We should always remember that resources available to us by Mother Earth are scanty. We should make judicious use of them. Today the whole world is hit by the deadly corona. People are out of jobs. Some are working from home, some are doing nothing. In such a scenario, the prudent use of money becomes all the more important. So always use money wisely. In the story, The Necklace, Matilda desires to be rich, and to satisfy her some grave steps were taken for which the couple had to face some very harsh days. And then you can elaborate on such points. Now let us see the points of against the motion. There are no two ways about it that money makes the world go round. It is the power of money that rules the world in today's time. The more we flaunt it, the more progressive we are thought to be. Everybody loves to possess it, so we have more. Why not just show it? After all, being thriftily always doesn't pay. One needs to look for one's own comfort as well. Spend what you have today. Do not bother for tomorrow, for no one knows what tomorrow has in store for us. With this, you can add the points regarding the ball party where Matilda was at her best. She was wearing the necklace and she was looking very beautiful. Her dreams she felt were fulfilling. She was able to do so you can add those relevant points. It is all on you. The ball is in your court. Here I am simply giving you some sample questions and answers. I hope this video was helpful to you. Do well, prepare well, relax, watch these videos. It's really going to help you. And do let me know if anything else you need. And yes, more videos are on the way. All the best. See you.